respected, long time my dear friend, Abdul Kalam, I consider him more as a scientist, experienced scientist. His family background, Muslim. Then eventually become scientist. Then become president of the most populated democratic country, and also a country where I think in the past, in world history, I think the most sophisticated philosophies is to come from that country, India, Bharat. At least, I think last 3,000–4,000 years. And a very, very sophisticated philosophy. One time, I met one Indian scientist, I think, nuclear physicist.
Raja Ramana. Raja Ramana.
Raja Ramana. Once he told me, he read one Nagarjuna's sort of writing. He found the concept of quantum physics. He found in that text. As a sort of Indian, he feels very proud. You see, the quantum physics recently sort of invented, discovered. But in this country, even 2,000 years ago, already, you see, that concept already, you see, developed. So he mentioned that. So in any way, in the past, I think this country, I think really, truly, I think, the Arya Bhumi, truly Arya Bhumi land. Then modern time, today, just this morning, we had sort of prayer meeting with all religious traditions. I mentioned that India is living sort of example where most sort of important world religions live together. Besides homegrown religions like ancient Sankhya philosophy, then Jainism, Buddhism, later Sikhism, where this strategy is now already gone. Sikhism, these homegrown religions. Then Judaism, Zoroastrianism, yeah, he also gone, okay. Zoroastrianism, very, very ancient world religion from outside. Then Christianity, Islam, these come from outside of India. But all these major world religions live together in this country. So I always telling people, India is a living example. Religious, I say the harmony is something not only possible, I think that not only idea, but actually exists in this country. Of course, occasionally some problem can be there. But there, sometimes you see the media people, you see, make very big news. So then sometimes you see the outside world, you see, got very bad impression. One time in Warsaw, this is one reporter. He said, asked me, how serious in India religious are conflict. She mentioned some Hindus burned some missionary workers in Odisha. Say, she mentioned that. Then I told her, no, this is some small incidents. That's possible. About billion human population, some mischievous people, bound to happen. That's understandable. But all this country, I think, really a country where all major world traditions live together. Therefore, India's constitution also based on secularism. So you are president of that big nation. Former president. So, firstly, my expectation, and also the doctor always is showing interest about compassion. Because of that, my friend, scientist, he also uses sometimes ask some questions, some Buddhist texts which mention about practice of compassion and certain sort of method, technique, how to promote these things, isn't it? Maybe this is real secrecy, or maybe not like that. So I really love him, respect him. So I really feel it's a great honor, opportunity to speak something in front of him. Then, of course, all other spiritual brothers and sisters, indeed, great honor, making sure. The late Swamiji, is physical, no longer on this earth, only memory. But his spirit, not only living, but also seems to be increasing. Now on this planet, I think many religious leaders they become more realistic. So they already accept there are different religious traditions. In the past, sometimes only one religion, one truth. That concept now eventually is transformed. Several truths, several religions. This is realistic. Late Swamiji, 100 years ago, he already, seeing these things. So after I visit museum, and particularly, they saw, that, something like movie, film. Wonderful, wonderful. I feel simply, I am one of his followers. Try to implement what he believes. So, his spirit not only survive or living, but increasing. So now, firstly, I think I would like to mention something about this history. I think there was a far-sighted vision, World Parliament of Religions. I think wonderful. Me personally also, a few occasions I participated. One time in South Africa, one time in Australia, and also one time in Chicago. And few occasions. Wonderful idea. Wonderful. But frankly speaking, in reality, in these conferences, sometimes a meeting where personal address exchange. Well, I'm leader of one spirituality. I'm leader of one spirituality. simply looks, you see, propagating one's own address. Silly, not good. So, few occasions, I express, occasionally meeting in the name of World Parliament for Religions. Good. But we should carry more of activities for promotion of, I should say, harmonies among religious traditions. So that's actually my last meeting in Melbourne, Melbourne. There also I mentioned effect come from action, not talk. Talk may open our mind, then must be implemented through action. Action really affects reality. Just nice word. And including prayer. I'm Buddhist in my daily life. I also pray, but pray for my own peace of mind, very good. But pray world peace, I do not think. The other day, about 2 years ago, I think I made a report, to my friend in Patna, the Bihar government. They constructed one Buddhist Bihara. So they invited me to participate in the open ceremony. So the Chief Minister, you see, in his speech, you see, he mentioned, due to Buddha's blessing, his state rapidly will prosper well, progress. Then my turn. I told, if your state prosperity achieved soon due to Buddha's blessing, then your state much earlier achieve these things. Because Buddha's blessing last 2,500 years already there. Then what is wrong? So the real progress depends on able Chief Minister's hand. I mentioned that. So I believe in action. That's actually our century-old concept of karma. Karma means action. Without karma, without action, just wish, pray, not much effect. So individual peace of mind, very helpful. But real effect, improve world, including the climate change through prayer. I don't. I think, frankly speaking, I can say the natures of the climate change, these things, I think, beyond control of God. So that's prayer. It's something like wishful thinking. So action is more important. So I expressed the World Parliament for the meeting. Some occasion I mentioned, you see, the action is very, very important. This is one thing I mentioned, I wanted to share with you. Then the Ramakrishna missionary for the missions. See, you really emphasize education. That's very important. Change of the society to preaching, limited, to education, real effective. Then education, actually, warm-heartedness, compassion. I feel the proper way to promote compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, these to education, to awareness, constant fear, constant anger, jealousy is actually very harmful. Not only peace of mind, but also our physical well-being. Now latest scientific sort of findings now already shows us peace of mind, compassionate mind brings inner strength, self-confidence. That reduces stress, anxiety. So usually anger, hatred comes from frustration. Frustration comes from distrust, jealousy, these things. So, through awareness, reality, then some of our emotions very harmful for our health, for our peace of family, peace of community. I think 7 billion humanity here, nobody, no single person wants trouble. Sometimes I was telling each person, every person, when get up morning, even those people who face some problems, I think at least at the beginning of the day, some kind of desire or wish, today I should face less problem. I think nobody feel early morning, as soon as the day start, you see, feel now today I should face more problem. Never. I think nobody is sincere. Even animal, I don't think. But then, what is wrong? There are so many problems, which essentially our own creation. Why? Of course, major disasters, these are something different. But many problems, our own creation, right? So it's a contradiction. Nobody wants problem. But a lot of problems, our own creation. Why? Ignorance. Lack of awareness. Problem not come from sky. Problems start we, human being. Emotion alone create problem, perhaps limited. But destructive emotion combined with human intelligence, then the problem becomes much more serious. I think 1,000 years, millions years, animals die. They also create some problems by their own sort of negative emotion, but limited. We human beings, because of this intelligence become instrument of destructive emotion. Then there is serious danger. At the same time, our intelligence is the only sort of the only thing which can guide our emotions. So, for development of awareness, use our intelligence, not only looking external matters, but inside our emotions. Then, out of awareness, all facets of emotion, hate, and these are very bad for my health, for everyone. Then, emotion comes as a part of our biological pattern. Then our marvelous intelligence, brain, tell us, now you should know certain sort of emotions are very harmful. Certain emotions are very, very helpful. So intelligence, awareness, show us guide. Recently I saw one article wrote by one scientist. People who often tell lies, more stress. It's quite true. Don't matter. No matter how sort of clever lies, once you tell lies, deep inside, you feel some uncomfortable, isn't it? Although I never sort of tell big lie or selfish motivation, but sometimes little lie, you see, because of the short side, slips out my mouth. Then sometimes you feel a little bit of concern. So like that. So therefore, this is one sort of the scientific sort of finding. Oh, again. I think perhaps this indication. I think now time comes I should stop. So in any way, you see, education is actually instrument, you see, to increase the ability of our intelligence to know the reality. So here is the two things we need: holistic sort of view. That also brings by education. Unless we look things more holistic way, you can't see the reality. This is one thing. Second, existing education system. Now, for example, in India, I think the British have introduced this modern education. Wonderful, wonderful. But basically, the modern existing education is oriented about the material value. So now today, those nations or communities where education highly developed, but material facility also highly developed, but a lot of mental stress there, a lot of depression, as a result, suicide. Now within India also, recently as I mentioned earlier, I was in Ladakh. So some elder monks told me, when they were young, almost no cases of suicide. Nowadays, some younger Ladakhis, some suicide case is increasing. Similarly, in Arunachal State, and also in Sikkim, this Buddhist community, material sort of values now increasing. Values over attitude, only thinking material value. Then competition, jealousy, distrust. Even husband and wife, parent and children. I think poorer secular people may be more honest, more trust each other, more wealthier, more suspicion, and sort of jealousy, distance. So that word, harmony and peace. Harmony entirely based on trust, friendship. Friendship based on trust. Trust based on honesty, truthful. Open-hearted, right? Compassionate heart. Then trust. Then genuine friendship. Then harmony. Suspect each other. Jealousy, fear. This is just opposite of harmony. So, in any way, firstly, you see, you really carrying wonderful sort of missions in education field, Ramakrishnan, wonderful, is carrying. At the same time, you see, I hope, you see, you should, I think, carry some research work how to introduce in a modern education system about moral ethics. Now here is some one sort of the problem or one sort of factor. Just I mentioned to you, secular ethics. Here we have some disagreement. I believe without talking about God, about talking Buddha or next life, simply awareness, we can promote warm-heartedness. Many social ills. It's a hypocrisy. Not transparent. Once you hypocrisy involved, you can't be transparent. Through that way, now I think unfortunately now this country, the corruption, and as President mentioned, huge gap, rich and poor. Millions of poor people. The India, number of billionaires increasing, but millions poor people, poor person, still there. And on top of that, recently I was in Ladakh. One of the officials told me, from the budget, 100 rupees, for example, they actually 20% reach to the people. 80%, 90% somewhere disappear. So these, I think, very sad. I sort of often do express. If the billion Indians all, you see, service of the economies of the level, then corruption looks like fun. Do something. That's why millions of people remain poor, poverty. How can you have the sort of how can you see you carry corruption? Don't care about this reality. I think immoral. Why? Indians, very religious-minded. This is big sort of contradiction. You believe God, Shivaji, or Ganesh, every morning offer some flower, some incense, pray, but they, day-to-day life, don't care about moral bliss, corruption, telling lies, bullying, injustice. It's totally against God's wish. If you deny God, deny spirituality, deny Dharma, then okay. It's quite logical. Do something wrong. Injustice, okay. But you accept religion, you believe karma, then don't care about these negative doings. I think big contradiction. So that I want to share with you. Thank you very much. If my talk too blunt, too much blunt, too much frank, then I apologize.
Thank you, Your Holiness, for your blessing and benediction. Thank you, Dr. Abdul Kalam, for your inspiring and kind words. Swami Vivekananda ji, your erudition and wisdom, and Swami Shankaracharanji for bringing this wonderful, inspiring group of people together. Thank you very much. May I request the audience to remain seated till our guests on the stage leave.